Hello everyone, my name is Scott C. Warren of UFOSightsDaily.com. Today I have something really cool. This is water on Mars. This is a hot spring on Mars. Now you can see the blue water there, and there's sort of a mist going across, and you can see the land up to the edge. Suddenly the color changes dramatically. Not just changes, but the lighting from the water totally changes the environment. Okay, let's go to the original photo. This is the original photo on the NASA website. I'm not showing their little meatball at the top because I hate it when you do that. What they did notice is that there's cones, shield-like features, round mountains. Okay, round mountains that are a few hundred meters to kilometers in depth, in diameter across. Okay, that's interesting. But what they ignore are the building-like structures and streets along the edges of this crater, as well as the water. They don't mention anything about the coloration or anything like that. And I will give you the URL to that very soon. This is the photo. This is the enlargement of it. But let me show you. This is a hot spring on Earth. You know, if you're farther away, you don't really notice the steam, but you do see the rocks underneath. But because there's a slight different coloration, you realize, and a slight blur, you realize that this is water. Well, that's what this is over here on Mars. And if I take a different photo, right over here, you see another similar feature as on Mars. Okay, that's kind of interesting. But, we're talking about Mars here. It's a total different area. So this is really unique. Let me zoom in on this one. This one I have enlarged, and you really got to see these structures. Do you see these square structures everywhere? Kind of cool, isn't it? Let me make this a little bigger for you. There you go. Also, underwater, there is a feature underwater. There is some kind of metallic-like object underwater over here. There is a triangle-like object under here. But if we come along here, the edges, now I really want you to compare and contrast the edges here. It almost looks like there is a fence, some kind of great wall all the way around. Do you see this wall? You don't? Well, let me make it bigger. Okay, now you can see the wall really well. And the wall comes all the way down. It looks like black structures, black rectangle and square structures along this giant hot spring-like area. There are quite a bit. Let me zoom up to the top and across here. Okay, here's the top area. It looks like it's more shallow over here, and this is actual land. Okay, you can see this is a land area right up here. I'm in this area, and then the water comes along over to here to the edges. These are the edges. This is water on Mars. Not just a little bit water, but I'm talking massive amount of water. And there's structures. There are structures here. Can you see these structures? If you've ever seen New York, you've ever seen Los Angeles from the air, this is pretty similar. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Do you see the structure right here? Let me try to make that a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay, do you see the structure better now? There's structures all over in this photograph. There is. But this one is really cool. You can still see it no matter how small I make it. There you go. And the detail's really good along this giant hot spring-like crater. Here's some more structures here. I mean, this is giant. There's massive amounts of structures. Okay, let me zoom in to try to show you. Geometrically, there are more right angles here than there is in the city I live in right now. This is unbelievable. I mean, if I was looking at Google Earth, this would be normal. But this is Mars. This is Mars. This is really weird. Look at these structures here. They look like ancient structures. They really do. See the geometric shapes, the right angles all over the place. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. I don't see the cones they're talking about. NASA's pretty much making up their own little stories. There is a little black structure over here, kind of interesting, but hard to see. So this is water on Mars. Actual photo in original color How much more do you need? How much more evidence do we have to find before NASA tells us the truth? This is photograph PIA 144262. Just look up PIA 14462 and you will find this photograph. Alright, my name's Scott C. Waring of UFOSightingsDaily.com. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. We could really use it. Please subscribe and I'll make you more very soon, and that's a promise.